everyone. This video will show how to change point-slope form equation of a line to its equivalent two-intercepts form. So what's going on here is that we're given the point-slope form of a line and we're supposed to transform it to its two-intercepts form. Before we go further, please feel free to check out the description below for the link of the other series of topics related to linear equation. Before we go over some examples, let's have a review on the basics of point-slope form of a line and the two-intercepts form of a line. So if we are given the slope of a line and a point, we label this as x1, y1. We can go ahead and determine the equation of this line by using the formula y minus y sub 1 equals m quantity x minus x sub 1, where our m is the slope and the coordinates x sub 1, y sub 1 is a point on the line. Sometimes the slope is not given, but another point is given. We can go ahead and solve for the slope of the line using these 2 points, and we still can use the point slope form. We just have to pick which of those 2 points we use to replace the y1 and x1 in the equation. So if we are given two intercepts of the line, that is 0b, which is our y-intercept, and a0 as our x-intercepts, we can use the formula x over a plus y over b equals 1, where again our a is the x-intercept and the b is the y-intercept. This is called the two-intercept form of a line or the double-intercept form of a line. Okay, going back here, write the equation y plus 8 equals negative 4/3 quantity x minus 9 to its equivalent two-intercepts form. So in this case right here, we are given the point-slope form. Looking at this point-slope form that we have right here, we can tell that the point positive 9, negative 8 is on the line. So I'm going to go ahead and write that down here. Okay, in order that we can change this to its equivalent two-intercepts form, I'm going to go ahead and rewrite this equation down here. What we do is we will get rid of the 3 here in the denominator. We can do that by multiplying both sides by 3. So I will multiply the right side by 3 and I will do the same thing on the left side. Multiply that by 3. So our equation would come out 3 quantity y plus 8. The 3 here gets crossed out, so we're going to cross that out. We are left with negative 4 quantity x minus 9. So we are going to distribute this 3 to each of the terms inside the parentheses and this negative 4 to each of the terms inside the parentheses. And so our equation would come out. The next thing that we're going to do is we have to make sure that the constant will be on the right side of the equation. So then we can go ahead and add 4x to both sides because again, we wanted the constant on the right side of the equation. So plus 4x. So our equation would come out. Again, we wanted the constant on the right side. So we go ahead and subtract 24 from both sides. So minus 24. Minus 24, so then our equation would come out that would be 4x plus 3y equals 36 minus 24 is 12. From here, we go ahead and remember that for a two-intercepts form of a line, the right side is equal to 1. So we go ahead and divide 12 to both sides. So I'm going to go ahead and show the work up here. So that would be 4x plus 3y equals 12. To make it 1, we divide the right side by 12. We also divide this by 12 and we divide this by 12. So then we reduce this terms that we have here. So there is 1 4 in 4 and there are 3 4s in 12. There's 1 3 in 3 and there are 4 3s in 12. So this tells us that the simplified version of this would be x over 3 plus y over 4 is equal to 12 divided by 12 is 1. This is the equivalent to intercepts form of this point slope form right there, where our x-intercept is positive 3 and the y-intercept is positive 4. So I'm going to go ahead and write that information down here. So we can go ahead and sketch this equation that we have right here. It says that our x-intercept is at 3. So I'm going to go ahead and plot that right here. So it goes to 3. This is our x-intercept. And the y-intercept is on 4. So I go ahead and connect these dots together to create the line. It says in the problem that 0.9 negative 8 is on the line because this is the equivalent point slope form. So we go ahead and see if this 9 negative 8 is on the line. So that is positive 9 and negative 8. It's actually on the line. So again, this point that we have right here is 9 negative 8. So again, this is the equivalent slope-intercept form to this given point slope form up there. Now let's move on to the next example. At this time, I would encourage you to pause this video and try this problem out on your own. And when you're done, unpause it and check your answer. Okay, so we go over the problem here. Looking at this point slope form equation that we have right here, we can tell that point -5, -9 is on the line. So I'm going to go ahead and label that down here. Okay, so we're going to change this given point slope form that we have right here to its equivalent two-intercepts form. So I'm going to go ahead and rewrite that equation down here. What I would do next here is that I am going to distribute this 3 to each of the terms inside the parentheses so we can get rid of the parentheses and our equation would come out. In a two-intercepts form, the constant has to be on the right side. So we go ahead and subtract 3x from both sides and the equation would come out. So we already have determined the standard form of this equation that we have right there. Now we remember that in a two-intercepts form, we need to have 1 on the right side. So we go ahead and divide 6 from both sides and so the equation would come out. So we're going to reduce this to lowest term. So there's 1 3 in 3 and there's 2 3's in 6. So we can go ahead and rewrite that as x over -2. And then that's going to be plus y over 6 is equal to 1. So this is our equivalent two-intercepts form of this given point slope form right there. Now others are going to say, why is this negative? Because you have a -3 over 6. You can put the negative either on top or at the bottom. So for now, we will put the negative together with an A. So then we can go ahead and say that our x-intercept is on -2 and our y-intercept is on 6. So I'm going to go ahead and write that down here. Looking at this, we can go ahead and say that we can plot a dot on x-axis at -2. So that's going to be -2. It's going to sit right here. This is our x-intercept and our y-intercept is on 6. So it's going to sit right here. So I go ahead and draw the line. It says in the problem that point -5, -9 is on the line. So let's see if that's really on the line. So -5 and -9, it's this one right here. And it's actually on the line, -5, -9. So again, we can tell that this given equation that we have right here is the equivalent two-intercepts form for this point slope form right there. Did you get the same answers as this? Good. Perfect. If you find this video helpful, hit like and subscribe for more math videos. See ya!